Hello everyone, Akshay Singh this side from ISM Institute of Stock Market. In this video we are going to analyze Dalmia Bharat. Dalmia Bharat is into sugar as well as cement sector. So we are going to analyze it. So let's start. So Dalmia Bharat is into a very good uptrend from September 20. It has gone from 700 levels all the way up to 2400 levels in September 21. So a good uptrend in the past year. Now it is retracing, so we have to analyze an entry point into it. So on the daily time frame, Dalmia Bharat, if we see closely, Dalmia Bharat is forming a rounding bottom. A rounding bottom is a bullish chart pattern. So let me mark it out for you, this rounding bottom. So from this point and this point, if we extend it downwards, we can see a clear rounding bottom pattern forming over here. Also, there is a consolidation before the rounding pattern, in the rounding pattern and after the rounding pattern. So if we mark it out, the consolidation before the rounding pattern, we can see here is the consolidation. Now also technically in the rounding pattern, there is a consolidation at the base of the rounding pattern, which signifies the accumulation of buyers on the lower side of the pattern. So here is the consolidation at the bottom. Now the price is consolidating near the neckline of the rounding pattern. So which is also a good sign. If price is consolidating near the resistance, it is also a bullish sign. So above 1650, which is an overhead resistance, Dalmia Bharat is a very good setup, bullish setup, right? So if we mark technical price targets of this pattern, from the base of the rounding pattern all the way up to the neckline of the pattern. So it is coming about 32%, which is 350 to 400 odd points. So if we extend it from the neckline above, so we are getting a price target around 2000 levels, which is here. So if we see, there is also a swing high, which can be called as a resistance for this chart. So let me present here the line chart, right? So there is a swing high, which is also confluencing with the price targets of the rounding pattern. So there is a confluence of resistances happening in this chart. So this is a very good long setup. Now if we see some moving averages, so there are 4 moving averages which I am using in this chart right now. This is a 20 period moving average, 50 period moving average, 100 period moving average and very famous 200 period moving average. Now price is consolidating around 200 period moving average, and now it has given a close above 200 period moving average, which in itself is a bullish sign. Now, so this is a complete setup of Dalmia Bharat. And also if we analyze weekly time frame of this chart, so let me put on the weekly time frame, right? So in this weekly time frame, we are seeing a clear bullish move from the COVID lows up to the highest high that it has ever achieved. So if we draw a Fibonacci from the lowest low to the highest high, we can see there is a golden ratio, 61.8% golden ratio. So if we mark it out and zoom into it, we are clearly seeing that this rounding pattern is forming around the levels of the golden ratio, which in itself is a very bullish sign in the form of support for this chart. Okay. Now, on some indicators front, if we see ADX and relative strength. So ADX on the daily time frame chart, what ADX suggests is, ADX suggests the strength of the trend. If the price is rising and ADX is also rising, that it indicates that there is a strength in the price and in the trend. So we can see clearly here that price is rising and ADX is also rising. Now relative strength, what it signifies? It signifies the strength of this particular stock vis-a-vis Nifty. So let me type in here Nifty 50 first. So Nifty 50. Right. So we can see here that relative strength line is also rising and it is above zero line, which indicates that this stock is outperforming Nifty in itself. So this is a very good long setup in all. That's all for this video. Thank you.